Do, boo, boo. Hello, how are you? I don't know why this thing tilts so much, but it does. So, I don't know. Rick is here, Drew is here. Let me pull up things. There we go. I'm gonna move this crystal and this deck and this deck and this deck. I'm gonna put you up here on this thing so it hangs a little bit. It's weird. It's like I've got to adjust it to balance itself. It has all these options. It's good for flat lay, like to look like at flat products, and a bunch of other things. Like it's weird. It's like it spins and does all these things. We are here. Oh, something went wrong. I don't know. Get 2 likes and 2 people, it says. New moon and 40 minutes. Okay. New moon. We're manifesting new beginnings. It got like, I've been cleaning a lot. My dad's been cleaning a lot. It's like organizing, clearing, doing a bunch of weird shit. Hello, how are you? So, yeah, we're here for you guys to do your questions for the readings. And it's weird. I was thinking about it too. I was like, I wonder if, like, because I do the full moon things and then I'm doing this on the second Thursday. I feel like it's going to be close to the new moons now that I do this, and then full moons will be like the opposite end of the things that I do, because I do lives for the full moon. So I feel like I'm kind of doing lives for the new moon too, but it's just readings on the new moon. Hello, Melissa. How are you? Oh my God, same. Cleaning, organizing. Yeah, I think it's that Virgo energy. It's like, everything needs to be perfect. Perfectly perfect. Cleaning. I did, I got a bunch of new incense yesterday, and then I put Florida water in my spray thingy for my, where the hell is this thing? Like, why can I not locate it with my brain? Like, I keep losing the dish. I'm like, I know I just took this out of the dish, so it should not be missing, but it's missing because it's out of sight, out of mind. Thank you. You're welcome. Will I get my compensation soon? I am needing it to move forwards. Okay. You have to make dinner. Awesome sauce. All right, so what are we're going to do Isis. I'm going to do Isis. I know Isis was green. Wait a minute. There's 2 different types of greens. I'm pretty sure Isis was the dark green. Yeah, because cinnamon was red and brown. Oh, like, so many of them were brown. It was like frankincense. This, like, everything was brown. I'm like, and then the fairy dust had sparkles, so I remembered that one. I did that earlier today, and my dad was like, "What's that smell? It smells really good." I'm like, "It's fairy dust." And then I got one that's called Warrior, and I got my Nag Champa, which I always get. But I got a whole bunch last night. Frankincense, sandalwood. I've been burning sandalwood for Hermes. Patchouli, frankincense, and cinnamon are all good for abundance. Isis is good for Isis energy, so let me stick this under here so it doesn't get everywhere. And there we go. All right, so I didn't ask about oh wait, lots of communication coming through here. So I'm gonna do Drew's question. Will I get my compensation soon? I'm needing it to move forwards. And then, hi Bridget, hello Manifester. Is that recent rail story reading mine? There was 2 for you, and the one that I did on my 10-minute long one is for, I sent you a message too, Melissa. I sent you a message and I said, you have several of them in the stories. The 10-minute one I did was for somebody else that asked specifically about why someone's not reaching out. I miss things like one day after I get them too. Yeah, I'm always like losing everything. Yeah, you asked something else. Yeah, you asked, your readings are in the stories, Melissa. It was about writing, and there's like 6 stories in there. Pretty sure you saw them. Um, Thank you, Manifester. Okay, and then Rick has his question. So let me do. Oop, oop, oop. You love Hermes, me too. Bridget, have you seen my band's new project yet? I posted on. No, I haven't. Which Facebook did you post it on? Like, was it in a group, or did you like try to tag me? Facebook's weird. Like, it doesn't show me 90% of the stuff people send me. But let me do Drew's question, and then I'll be back down to answer people. Your compensation soon to move forward. Compensation soon to move forward. Did you guys know that dogs can see blue better than anything else? So I've been using my blue blanket, and there's a blue bowl up on the table. Like, I had to feed them before I went live because Sirius was losing his shit. But I put the blue bowl up there too, so I go look over, it's all blue. But they can see that best. So this is love letter, email, text, phone call, spirit of communication though. So I feel like you're going to receive some sort of communication surrounding your compensation, like an email, a text, a phone call. You may even receive a love letter of some sort, or you may receive the letter that you're going to receive surrounding compensation. Okay, so manifest that too. Think about that. Be like, you know, like, it's already here. Like, I've already got what I need. Like try to be grateful that it's like that you've already received it, and be in that frequency and energy. I feel like I've been having a lot of these like realizations too recently, just in general, like when I'm driving and there's like so many people coming from both directions and you're like, what the fuck? I've started having the awareness of like, maybe that's happening so that I don't get in a car accident like 2 feet down the street and die. You know what I mean? Like, maybe this is happening to save my life. And like, maybe if I receive this money like on this day, it's gonna put me on a trajectory of like losing it very quick, or not moving forward in the way that I thought, or someone coming and like doing something to me with it, like taking it, and then I got to go through like identity theft, and you know what I mean. Yeah, so intimidation, guard, I feel like there's some reason that you haven't been receiving this yet. It's like there's a guardian, a protector over it. And new chapter development with unfinished business. There's some sort of unfinished business in the 3D, but also energetically. So you're not yet within the frequency and energies that you need to be within in order for you to receive the money, or the payout, or the compensation, the contract, the promise, the fulfillment of that commitment. Don't let your shadows deter it even longer. Don't let yourself, I feel like it's a vibrational thing, it's a worthy thing, it's a like fear thing, okay, because this has fear on it, shadow self, tormented. Don't let this torment you. You are one of a kind, special, unique person. And I feel like this is also connected to love too, because you got the love letter, then we've got this like spirit of the dog, which is friendship, companion, undying loyalty. I'm getting the message like, you need to be the one like loving you, like giving love letters to you. You need to be undyingly loyal to you. You need to be like more compassionate with yourself, like your best friend. Karma, yeah, because that's going to help with getting justice and balance, and realizing and recognizing like that you have the value, so your luck can change, so you can manifest the abundance and balance out the things. So it is going to come, and I feel like it's also going to come with love. Like, I feel like something to do with either self-love, but even like when we finally love ourselves in this way, the faded loves can show up. The people that are going to mirror back divine love, the people that are going to show up in that foundation that you've built of love and reflected back to you. Like, if we're not truly, you know, feeling worthy and lovable and committed and like I'm the best thing ever, then yeah, we'll endlessly be waiting in an illusion, because you're perfect as you are. And there's been a lot of conditioning and a lot of subconscious blocks put into our minds that tells us otherwise. And I feel like you're just working on that right now. Yeah, so don't let the temptations of things throw you off, because Your offer is coming. This has just been a test of your soul. So be graceful, poised, and elegant as you navigate this, and let your untamed beauty be shown. But yeah, activity movement is coming within this. If you've been unclear or confused or like any shadiness in any of the energies around you, keep reminding yourself that you are unique, you're beautiful, you're worthy, you're the king, you're the majestic, powerful force within this. You're the leader of your life. Whatever happens, you lead. So invest into a solid, stable, like plan out too. Like when this happens, exactly, like put it into, because sometimes we're like, oh yeah, when this happens, I can move forward. But what does that look like? What is step one? What is step two? What does step three look like? You know what I mean? Like come up with a plan for yourself, and that's how you're going to move your fate to that direction. All right, all right. All right, let me see. Hello. Oh, wow, there's so many people saying stuffs. Boop, 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 ba-doop, 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 boop. I did, thank you. It's 9/11. I asked a third one today about love. Did it go through? I'm not sure, Melissa. I will look. You might have sent it when I was asleep, because when I took it and I don't like refresh the whole app, it just shows me what was already there. So I did the one for that person, that 10-minute one, posted it, and then I went back and I messaged her the link, but I never refreshed it to look at it because I just, they've been dying down, so I wasn't like expecting a bunch of them. And I was getting ready for this. So I will check afterwards and let you know. My band's project is called The Pastfinders on YouTube. I think I've seen it once, but I don't know if I know you tagged me in something. I know we've talked about it a little bit, but I haven't seen any new posts from you, Manifester. All right, and then Monica has a question. Okay, cool. It was a form of car accident. It's been 2 years. Okay. Yeah, so I feel like it's all just connected. Like the love, the money, the abundance, all of those things are all interconnected. It could be anything. It's like if we're manifesting with like uncertainty within it, then it's like we manifest all these extra timelines of uncertainty and like chaos, and things just delay and take forever. But once we're in the right vibration and frequency, things fall into place really quickly. All right, so let me go back up here to get the question that had come in before I start reading these other questions. Rick is here. Question part 2. Okay, so he's got 2 parts. When I see myself on video and I see the potential for improvement in one specific way or another, how can I use that perspective constructively? I want to avoid getting bogged down in wanting to change a lot of things at once, or worrying over things that I can't change right away. Okay, so let me get a deck in my magic box. Boopity beep bop, boop boop. Beepity beep beep, bop bop. All right, we got dormant, hungry, and fearful. So I'm picking up a little bit of like, all right, so we're looking at it and we're like, and that's good to look at our stuff. Like I do it too. Sometimes I'll delete things. Sometimes I will change things, or sometimes I will even just like take what I've done, like tonight, right? When this is over, I can I'll screen record bits and pieces of it, or depending on the platform, like on TikTok, when I go live, I can download the live and then publish that somewhere else, or I can take bits and pieces of the live to show people like little like, oh, this was a highlight of the moment. And short form content is king right now. Short form, like people don't have an attention span, and even like changing up, like you guys are directed at me right now and I'm live, so like this is pretty much it. Like you're not gonna see like a cut angle over here next. You're not gonna see a cut angle over here next. But doing those types of things, or even using like a green screen behind you, which they have in all the apps for free. It's like a green screen. You upload, you could have something. Consistency is also key. So like, instead of worrying about changing everything around you, just get like a thing that's like your emblem, your logo, your background. Or maybe you want your background to match your music. or maybe you want whatever. So your green screen, when you put it on there, it's going to say add media. You're going to upload a picture to it, or you're going to use the ones that they give to you depending on the platform that you're at. And it's very simple. I'm actually going to be doing a YouTube channel that's just like tutorials and things and talking about this, because I do plan on doing it, but like when I was doing the subscription part, not enough people were coming there to see it, and I didn't have enough time to like promote it. And it's like, if I just do the YouTube channel, I could do it in a way that it will reach many people and then have other offers that will turn it into a lucrative thing for myself. But this really isn't that difficult. And if you're on a certain platform, say you're on TikTok, you can go onto YouTube and be like, how do I do the green screen on TikTok with an iPhone? And it will show you exactly what you need to do that if you don't know. And then you don't have to change anything about what we're looking at, because we're going to see you playing the guitar on that screen, which could give you the consistency feel. So it's like everybody recognizes, oh, that's Rick, with his background. Like maybe it's just an all black background, or maybe it's a emblem or something like tie-dye, whatever you want it to be, it doesn't matter. But that could take off that pressure of having to change everything, because it's like you just changed everything in one instant. So you sit on your stool in front of that green screen and you use it as the way that you would like to use it. And then like in terms of other things, like if you're not happy with the sound, I literally just used my microphone the other day for like the first time in a long time since I was doing like the podcast, and it makes such a world of difference. So even something like that, which is like a $10 item on Amazon, or upgrade like a $50 item on Amazon and use that, like put one on. Make sure you get one that is compatible with your phone or compatible with whatever, because my mom's old phone has the plug, so I use her old phone when I'm recording with the microphone. But they have them that are USB now too, so you can just use the USB to record to improve the quality of sound. So now we've got the visual down, we've got the sound down, and those are two very easy, simple steps. Then you can work on the delivery without worrying about the other stuff, the technicalities or the appearance of things. I feel like that could take the pressure off of you to just focus on, okay, like how I'm writing the songs, or how I'm singing the songs, or how long the songs are, or am I showing the whole song? Because a lot of musicians will they'll use the hook like a very short, because if you get your sounds to go trending, then you're gonna benefit from that. So if you do short ones that are like entertaining or catchy, those have the potential to go viral. And don't just post them on TikTok, post them on Instagram, post them on YouTube Shorts, post them wherever they can be accessed, and then look at other people and what they're doing and what's working. And like you'll see these people who come out. I saw this girl the other day, she's got a music thing and she wears a mask. So like that's her thing. People get drawn in right there because of the mask, because it's like a gold mask and she's always wearing it. And on it, she's like, anybody who listens to this song is going to manifest massive money. And so people, it's like now people are like, oh yeah, listen to the song, listen to the song. People are downloading the song left and right. And people are manifesting money with it too. So it's like she put that magic in there. You can put that magic in there too. You could put your healing in there too. You could put whatever you want in it or on it as like a excerpt of it, and then sell the music, the full thing. Because if you get something like that to take off, people are going to purchase it. People are going to want it. So I feel like just don't be fearful about it. You know what I mean? I am getting the sense of like, you may be worried, like, even if I do all these things, what if it still doesn't work? And that's going to keep you hungry and dormant. Because if you're afraid that it's not going to work, if you're afraid that you're not good enough, if you're afraid you don't know how to make it happen, if you're afraid of any of those things, which we all are by design, like, oh my God, they're going to make fun of me, they're not going to like me. So we dim ourselves, or we don't do it to the fullest of our ability because, you know what I mean? There's like a catch within there. Well, I didn't really try that hard, so it didn't go as good as it could have. So it's like we're giving ourselves the excuse within it because we're afraid to put it in fully and to really like buckle into stuff sometimes, or to really embrace things sometimes, because we don't want to look desperate. We don't want to have things be like, whatever, my nail just fell on off. We want to let go of that stuff so that the difference is can make sense to us. We can take a time out, look at the black and white thing. Don't get temptations to go into like ignorance is bliss land. To educate yourself about what you need to do to reach your nirvana so that you can set the record straight. And the dirty laundry here, I feel like, again, it's like you may even feel, because like I know, like as a musician or as a poet or as anybody that creates art, you're putting your dirty laundry in it. You know what I mean? To some degree, a lot of times there's meaningful lyrics within a person's written song. There's meaningful parts of a poem that we write. There's meaningful pieces of art that we create because of something in our lives. But that doesn't necessarily mean that everybody out here is going to know what your dirty laundry is. So let go of that too. And don't be afraid to be a bleeding heart. Maybe you feel like, oh, afflicted by the love situations that may come out within your music, or just like the past, and you're afraid of like differences of other people. What are they going to think? What are they going to say? You know what I mean? Or what is this old flame going to think or say about this music? Embrace your feminine side without overindulging in it. Follow the synchronicity, set the record straight, put your tunnel vision on, and get that, like, I know you have it. I know you have it in you to do what you need to do to the best of your ability to do it, to blow it up and to make it what you want it to be. But you've got to stop worrying about what if it doesn't, because that's what's going to create what if it doesn't. That's what's going to burn you out. So get curious and learn and adapt and appreciate what is available out there right now for free, and these opportunities that are available to all of us equally. Like, you don't have to be anything other than you and do what you love to do to become successful doing it, but you have to believe that. Okay, so again, be receptive. I feel like there's been a cloud in the judgment. So hone in on setting that record straight, appreciating that nirvana can be reached in your situation, and then use your masculine side to get the work done. You know what I mean? And use your community too. Like, talk to people, like follow other musicians before you post. Engage in their comments before you post. In meaningful ways too. Like, this is the thing that people often don't do in social media when they're building shit, is like they forget about the community. They're like, why didn't anybody like it? Well, they don't know who you are, and you're not talking to them. You're not helping them with something. You're not entertaining them in some way, or you're not reaching out and finding more of them is usually the problems. So it's like, if I know that I'm posting and there's not that many subscribers on my account, but there's people out there that are posting similar things to me and I have tons of them, then I need to reach out over there. So like, spend like 20 minutes a day reaching out, like not reaching out to the accounts themselves, but into the comment section of accounts themselves, where you have a perspective or a message that you feel like. I do it in the groups on Facebook where people ask a question that's very basic, and I'm like, oh, I've got LC Online Healing, and it's free. I'm not trying to make them buy anything. I'm not trying, you know what I mean? So I'm offering them advice and support and whatever. Look at the music comments of other people's that have, and engage with those people, because those people will come back to be your people too, if they like what they hear from you, if they learn that you play music too. And then when you do get more confident in that and building your community, you can reach out to other people to collab with them, to do music with them, or to go live with other people, do interviews with other people, get on a podcast. Like, and that may seem overwhelming and huge right now. So instead of focusing on all of that right now, focus on those little things that we said. Let's do the green screen thing to see if like that takes that pressure off of how it looks. Let's do the microphone thing so that we know it sounds the best it can. And then from there, like even if it's just once a week, you go reach out to other accounts. It's up to you how much time you put into it, how quickly it will return back to you. But as long as you're consistent and you're attempting to like do all of the things, it will work. You know, if you're not using hashtags on your post, if you're not, doing certain things like on TikTok, when you post something, when you're ready to like publish it, there's a spot that says cover. If you click on that, you can, scroll to the part that you feel like the best about, that you want it to be, and then write on it what it is, or like a CTA, which is a call to action, or an engaging title or a hook that's like, come on in, like, some wild and crazy name of a song, or like something that's like it never finishes, because people naturally want to finish something. Like if you're like the top 5 things and you only give them 2, they're going to be mad. So if you're, and people like that shit too, like top 3, top ba ba ba, the 10 best, ba 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 boop. Those types of titles respond better. And TikTok is the biggest search engine in the universe right now, or in the world right now. It took over. Google is no longer that. So you're submerged in the biggest fucking opportunity that we've had in a long ass time. So SEO is also very important, which is search engine optimization. So when you make a video, you want to make sure you're using hashtags and a descriptive, like little prompt, you know, like your little caption is like the name of the song, written by, boop. You know what I mean? Just like put some things in there, and what you felt when you were writing the song, or whatever feels natural to you to say there, but also try to keep in mind, like the algorithm, the SEO, like, oh, I love playing my guitar, you know, like, because it's like people playing my guitar, like, song about, what's it about? Because if people search for a song about and you've got that song, they're going to find you. If people are looking for a guy that's playing a guitar, they're going to find you. But you've got to help these people find you by being clear in your titles, descriptions, and keywords, tags, and all of that. Then have the consistency, the appeasing, the short and sweet, and the long form, because some people like long form, but mix it up. And then when you do have posts from like a year ago, republish them, put them out there again, repurpose your content, take the content that you've already created and edit it up, make it look cool. Like go on to another platform and add like some filters to it and stuff that's like all psychedelic. And so it, you know what I mean? You can do so many things, but try to just shift into that thing of like appreciation for your ability to be able to do all of those things and get tunnel vision on refining how you're doing all of those things. All right. Hello, everyone. Hello. Be creatively. I did. Thank you. Awesome sauce. Okay. All right, Monica. I want to ask about the true intentions of the guy. He keeps asking me advice about this other girl. Other girl. He asked how he should ask her to be his girlfriend. Is he trying to get a reaction? Okay. I think I already said that to you about him. I was like, I feel like this guy's just like fucking testing your strength. And I know you've been looking at lions, doing lion synchronicities. So I feel like this is a test of your strength. Yeah. Yep. Conflict, competition, chaos. Okay. So even if he is talking to this other girl or whatever, I feel like he is doing probably the same thing to her that he's doing to you, because he's got a fucking ego issue. That's like, you know, like, let me talk to you, and some dudes are just like that because they want to see if they can, you know. 6 of Pentacles, don't give to him if he's not giving back to you. You need to heal. You need to focus on, why am I still engaging in this? Like, we've talked about this before, and I was like, instead of looking at it as like, why would he, like, you know, like, oh, I thought he liked me, like, ba-ba-ba-da-boop, because that's what happens. That's what's like, oh, he likes me, and then when he stops, like, why didn't he like me? Instead of, do I even like him? You know what I mean? Like, is this just karmic bullshit? Is this just another one of those things that's pushing me to find the strength to not be attracted to someone that's doing that to me, that's playing games, that's juggling me, that's like unsure? If he's unsure of you, you should be unsure of him. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't know what you want, mister, if you're playing games like that, I'm not attracted to that. And I'm not attracted to someone that leads me on. The fact that you're confused speaks to the fact that he's unclear. He's not being clear with you. He's not being genuine with you. He's not being like, I feel like you said, he was flirting with you. Then all of a sudden there's some other girl that he's like asking you for advice about. And I really feel like I did get that. That was my first gut reaction, was like, I feel like it was like almost like to see how you reacted, or to see what you say so that like he could use that with you. but it's going on too long now for it to be the good one, where it's like, oh, let me just figure out how to like ask her out by asking her how to ask. You know what I mean? No, that now we're too far into it for that to be the possibility. Possibility now is he's either doing it like in a manipulative way because there's something wrong with him and he needs to fix himself, or because he really is talking to someone else and he's probably aware that you like him. I'm sure. Like, it's, you know, we usually are aware if we're flirting with somebody. We're like, most people are aware, like, oh, this person likes me, you know? Oh, so he felt a connection there with you. And I feel like your wish can come true in the world of like balancing this shit out so that you don't keep having like things like this happen, because things like this will continue to happen until you shift that perspective around it of like, if he is, then I'm all set. Like if he was in, you know, because if he's interested in being her girlfriend, now think about that, like getting this girl to be his girlfriend. Do you want to be this guy's girlfriend that's talking to you all the time and like, you know, flirting with you and being like probably weird because he's going to do it to you if he's doing it to her? So whatever he's doing to you right now, he's doing to her. But whatever he would do to her, he would do to you too. You know what I'm? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, if you guys were dating, you were together, is the energy that he's been giving you appropriate for someone that you would have as your boyfriend? You know what I mean? Probably not. You probably wouldn't be comfortable with your boyfriend. Your Two of Cups, like always talking to some other chick and flirting with her, leading her in a way. Like, and sometimes guys will do this too, of like having a backup of like, oh, when I'm all done with this, I'll talk to you again. Or they will use you for, like, if people will use people if they can use them, if we allow them to. And it doesn't have to be for money. It doesn't have to be for sex. It doesn't have to be for anything specific. And it sucks. And we all kind of use each other in some way anyways. Like usually people has something we need, like, oop, you have information I need, or you have food that I need, or you have a skill that I need, or you have wisdom that I need. Whatever it is, we're always using each other, but it's the way that people use each other that is important to pay attention to and listen to your intuition about. If you're sitting here asking these questions without even ever going on a date, he's not your King of Pentacles. He's not the man of your dreams. He's the one that's going to lead you to the Five of Cups and to the Five of Pentacles until you change that and balance that and stop, you know, even wondering about it. Like, you should just move on from this and be like, I don't even want to give you the time of day. Unless you genuinely like him and want to be his friend, you should just let go of the whole romantic thing with him, because he's not refined. You know, he's just curious. He's just out there doing whatever. And this is the duality of the world. He's showing you what you don't want, I believe, because, you know, chalk it up to he's showing you what you don't want. He's showing you behaviors of overindulgence. He's showing you behaviors of things that are just going to submerge you into leaving you fucking hungry and leaving you searching for more and wondering, like, what did I do? And regretting it, because it's not going to be a good experience with somebody that leaves you in limbo. You need someone that's transparent. If you want to fling, you just want to fuck somebody, go ahead. But if you're in, you know, all like, oh, like feeling like I want connection with this person and he's doing those things already out the gate, appreciate that he showed you this right now so that you can get that with somebody that's able to give it to you, because he can't. He won't. He's not ready for that. You need the gifts and the generosity and assistance from somebody. So you've got to identify the vibration inside of yourself, the soul essence inside of yourself, and stop seeking like through, like, I feel like you miss the idea of love, or you miss the idea of like a twin flame, because people romanticize that shit, right? Have you seen too many people on the twin flame like journey that are like living some romantic, like, oh wow, everybody's always sad and everybody's always upset and everybody's always asking questions, oh, where is he? What did he, like, why did he hurt me? Why did he break my heart? Like, nobody's having a good time. So take away the romantic part of it and just look at like, what is the, like, what gets me to the romantic part of it? What gets me to the best part of my life? Like, where I really want to be. And I'm like wrapping up in other people, and I'm wrapping up in ideas, and I'm wrapping up in labels, and I'm wrapping up in shit all out there instead of within, because nobody can give that to you. And if they do, they can take it away in an instant, even if they just die. You can't rely your happiness, your aching heart on other people outside. So you have unfinished business with this. You need to heal your perspective of love. You don't need to hurt. You don't need to be led on. You don't need to have games played on you. You don't need to have these questions in your heart and your mind and your soul. When someone truly loves you in a new way, there's going to be passion. There's going to be creativity. There's going to be a spark. There's not going to be any of this deceptive bullshit going on, this mischief, this playing. You won't have to be defensive. You don't have to be tactical and guarded when it's love. When it's a true commitment, when it's somebody that is a fated good, like, yay, special one of a kind, yay, so we've got to transmute that intoxicated, uninhibited, shameless behavior that's karmic, and get calm, relaxed, and tranquil. Awaken to the new dawn, to the new clarity, to the new community, so that you're not frozen and delayed, waiting and longing for something that you don't even want. You think you do, but once you have it, you'll see, this is not what I wanted. I wasn't even seeing it clearly because I was getting all wrapped up in why is he pulling away from me? I thought he liked me. Why does he like her instead of me? Making you compete with somebody you don't even know if it actually fucking exists, or making you compete with somebody that he, there's no reason to. Just, let it go. Your new foundation needs to not have rivals, not have these fucking gossiping posse bullshit and expecting to have good outcomes. There's no gift that will come from that. You need to get fanciful and independent to make the big changes and to express your power and shift with the movement that's needing to happen. So you're rescuing yourself right now from this envy and this bullshit because it's a trick. Don't envy this girl. Don't envy the would've, could've, should've. Oh, maybe I did something wrong, or maybe I was maybe I wasn't this enough, or maybe I wasn't. It's not fucking you. It's just that's who he is. However he showed up to it, and however he portrayed himself to be, to however he's behaving now, does not sound like somebody you should even invest anything in. And it's just going to take you on a long ass road until you get to that place of unconditional love for yourself, reflecting on this and not getting caught up in the vanity or the deflection of things of oh, but it means that I'm not this, or oh, but it means she must be boop, or oh, well, it always happens to it always happens because we always allow it to happen. We keep attracting these people back in because we're not shifting our beliefs about these things. We're not seeing it from that new perspective of this is not good. This is not attractive. I'm not having a good fucking time here. So cleanse that old perspective gracefully and elegantly, and then you're going to see, you can let your guard and your defenses down because the right guy will show up, and you'll know. The right guy being there will never lead you, you'll be swept off your feet. And maybe he did that in the beginning, but the fact that he's not doing that now, and he's being elusive and whatever, shows me that he's not there for the long haul. He just came rushing into your life, and it was another test of boundaries and protecting yourself, getting your passion sparked inside of you to surprise yourself with new shifts. And it's your prophecy will always be bad news if you don't get receptive to the good news. If you don't get intuitive into the nurturing of yourself and overcoming these behaviors of people that come rushing in and they're all exciting at first. And it's you're going to chase that for the rest of your life because that's what you've known from other people. That's what love bombing is. They come in and they love bomb you, and then they fuck with you and you always try to get back to love bombing, and you know this. I know you know it, but you're still new to understanding that. You're still new to that. And unfortunately, when you go through narcissistic abuse, they usually come again, and we attract them again because we're in a vibrational match to attract them, because we've been beaten down by them, because we believe the things that they've told us about ourselves, because we don't think that we're worthy. We don't think that we deserve love. We try to justify bad behaviors. We think, oh, this must be the one for me. And it usually starts at home with our parents and the downfall of whatever we happened in our life. We equate bad behaviors. Some people equate money to love. Some people equate avoidance to love. Some people think that everybody's got their things mixed up, and that needs to have a death so that you can have something good come to be. But is he pretend Queen of Wands, you need to focus on loving you, and you need to and I do feel there is another person that he's talking to, but I feel it's basically what I'm saying. You need to get in your fucking chariot, take a leap of faith somewhere else to become the Queen of Pentacles, to know your value and your worth so things can be better. Who cares? Who cares what he's doing, or who he's talking to, or why, or how long, or what the thing was, or why he did that, or whatever. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. and get creative in how you're going to do that, because the next person that comes in may actually commit to you and sweep you off your feet, but you got to drop the burdens of feeling like, you know, upset by what has played out here. Use your intuition and trust yourself. The fact that there's another possible person, because that's even worse if there isn't, right? Like maybe he's just lying, maybe he's just testing me. Even more of a reason to say goodbye. Okay, 10 of Pentacles is where you want, but if you go towards people that are like even having these questions inside of you about, or behaviors about, you're leading yourself to the 5 of Swords. Yeah, 5 of Swords, where it's like, yeah, 5 of fucking out in the cold, sad, miserable, blah. No more of that, so you can have your 10 of Cups. Take the 5 and the 5, put them together, get your 10, say goodbye to that motherfucker, and better things will happen. Okay, cool. It was from a car accident. I always had a sense that he was an F-boy. So you already motherfucking knew. You already know. Kill him. I can't stay long. I'm with my sister, but I'm wondering about work. I've been applying at other places and wondering why I haven't been contacted for anything. Okay. Knight of Swords. Fool. Wheel of Fortune. King of Swords. King of Wands. And the Hermit. Alright, so with the Knight of Swords, I feel like something will be rushing in for a new start in regards to your passion and your purpose and things like that. Like, yay, a new beginning that I'm like excited about. But I feel like right now your energy just isn't there for it. And I think it's because of other things, like emotionally, like I've been saying to other people tonight, like how we feel, how we emit, how we speak, how we think, all of that stuff really does impact how we show up in the world and what we attract in our world. And so, yeah, if you want the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, which is a new beginning, just keep working on yourself, working on your transformation within, working on the choices that you're making in regards to your life and your finances. You will be blocked from abundance if you're not using the abundance appropriately. You will be blocked from receiving if you're not believing in receiving. Like if you're not like confident in what you're receiving. Like if you don't think you have what it takes to do something, whether it's conscious or unconscious, you need to work on that so that things can get moving in that direction. And I feel like it's a block. Okay, so you're blocking yourself from the universe giving you money. You're blocking yourself from like reconciling with that inner child, blocking yourself from reconciling with the inner past life versions of yourself, because you haven't been planting the appropriate seeds to move forward towards temperance and balance. So you need a death of the old to reach justice within the karmic inheritance, so you can stand in that sexy, single, confident, independent pre-empress energy. Once we do this, we get to our 10 of Pentacles so much easier. We don't even need our 10 of Pentacles because it's like we're good. We're fucking good. 10 of Pentacles just shows up because we don't need it. Needing nothing attracts everything. So the more that you sit around like, why aren't I hearing anything? The longer it'll be before you hear something. You sit around thinking like, oh, I feel so like rejected. The longer you're going to stay feeling rejected, or even creating rejection scenarios in your life, because your energy will influence your behaviors, will influence your essence, will influence everything about you. And it's tied to our ego and things. And again, ego doesn't have to mean like, I'm so amazing and I'm awesome. Ego can be like, I'm so stupid and whatever. It's all ego that needs to be torn down so that your next level commitment can manifest. So you can find the right work, you can find the right partner, you can find the right places to go that will be a celebratory thing. But right now, you need to get moving into that direction of appreciation. I feel like there could even be like a little bit of overindulgence too, like distraction. You know what I mean? Sometimes when things are going on internally that we're trying to escape from, we overindulge. Maybe it's food, or maybe it's like binge, like watching stuff. Maybe it's, you know, just like not taking care of ourselves the right way. Whatever it is, we overindulge in something that we know we shouldn't be doing, and we need to get the tunnel vision away from that. And I feel like you've been isolated in some ways. You need to reach out also to people. Like when you put out a job, like application, anytime I've gone in and I've wanted to get a job, I've gotten it. It's never been like, oh, I've never had that happen. My sister's the same way. Like, she's like, I did an application and they haven't called me, so I'm going down there. And she got the job when she walked in there and was like, hey, you know, so sometimes you gotta be like that. Like you gotta call again and be like, hey, yo, because they don't know. Like sometimes it's like you hand your application to some dipshit, and that dipshit's like puts it somewhere, doesn't tell anybody that it even exists. So you may need to call and be like, hey, I gave that to dipshit, so they find out that it exists, and you can, see that. But we also have projections here, and I feel like you could be projecting from your feminine energy too much. Like, I'll just be receptive and ready and waiting. You need to reach out, okay? You need to commit to what you want. Come out of the closet. And I feel like there's also, like, you could be having a little bit of that, like feeling guilty or feeling like you're doing something wrong, because I know you've worked with this other job for a long time, and you have that thing inside of you that's like, oh, but I feel obliged, or I feel like committed here, or I feel like used to it, like this is my rut, even if it's where I don't want to be. This is the rut that I'm in, so I this is the rut that I know. And the way that our little like mind in here, the reptilian mind, thinks is like, well, I have enough and I'm doing okay and I'm surviving, so why would I shake it up? And when that's happening, a lot of times the things that go on internally, externally, within our energies, within our behaviors, within our interactions with others, will literally put us on a timeout from anything ever like manifesting in a different way, because subconsciously we're good here. Even though we're not happy here, we're alive here. So we're going to keep doing what we know. And I, again, am feeling that sense of that empathy within you of like, well, I feel bad. Like, and you may have like customers that come in that now, and like you're nice to them, and you're like, oh no, I feel bad. Like, I've done that. Like, I used to work at a restaurant, and there was a guy that came in every morning who couldn't speak, and he was deaf, and he always got the same breakfast, and he could he was always alone. Sometimes a lady would come with him, but he would always get a blueberry pancake and coffee. And it was like, I fucking busted my ass to be there for that man every day at 6 a.m. and like take care of him the certain way and bring him his refill at the certain time, because I knew what he wanted. And it was like I was so in tune with this man that it was like upsetting to me if he didn't come in. And it was like I would. And it was part of the job, it was like, and then I would stay there all day long, pass clothes and clean for everybody, and just put myself into a place that was like, so I feel that within you, like empaths have that, where it's like, we just fucking overgive everywhere. It's like that mysterious stranger, man, like we don't even really know him, but we want to be there for him every day because, oh my God, and nobody else is going to refill his coffee the right way. Maybe they won't even know that he wants a blueberry pancake. The only reason I even knew is because the lady that fucking, like, who they hired me to replace this lady. They hired me for 1 day a week. She trained me, and then they were like, okay, we fired her, now you're her. But she had told me about that guy. So if she had never told me about that guy, I wouldn't have known what he wanted or anything. All right? But anyways, don't let that cloud your judgment. Don't let, like, the duality of things let you overindulge into places that you don't need to be. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. That's not your dirty laundry. You don't need to clean that up, and it's not taboo for you to want better for yourself. So hone in on that. Don't get temptations away. Don't distract yourself away. Like, if the jobs aren't calling, if you're not getting the answer yes, what are you saying about it? What are you feeling about it? What are you doing about it? Are you getting nervous? Are you making it mean something that it doesn't? Are you, they probably just don't like me, or it's because I'm not good enough, or whatever the fuck it is. Don't believe it. Choose self-love. That they would be crazy not to want me. That, of course, the answer is yes. Especially if it's a place that's hiring. Speak up. Go out there. Don't take no for an answer. Obviously, don't go in there being like, oh, they're killing everybody. But, like, if you want it, go get it. Don't hide yourself. Don't play small. Put yourself out there and believe in yourself, too. Because if you can't believe in yourself, nobody else will. You know what I mean? All right. I haven't told a woman I love how I feel yet. LOL. I know. Oh, I know. Believe me, I know. I know it all. No, I'm just kidding. I have a question. My luck has been going bad with money. Do I need to go for a new direction? I've been doing so much art, etc. And my new project, will my luck change? Okay. I've seen that my short videos are getting more attention this year. Yes, Rick. Unfortunately, they have literally conditioned society to be like goldfish. So if you can give them what they want. And I say the analytics too will show you, like, when you make a 5-minute long video, if people are always clicking off at the 30-second thing, make a 30-second video. If you make 20-minute long videos and everybody gets to the 14-minute, then make 14-minute ones. And also, do like a varied of things, like make a story sometimes, do like a thing, like have like your pinned ones that are your favorite ones, or the ones that like people got the most reactions on. And again, like repurpose stuff too, because that saves you so much time. Like you can take the sound of something and overlay, like say there's a video of you and you just like the sound of it, you don't like the way it looks. You can take that, put it into CapCut, and overlay a picture on it or a video on it that looks totally different, but it's you singing. And it's that song. So if like it's a song, say about like swimming, you could have like a stock video that's like someone swimming, and you can make that on Canva for free. Canva is the best thing I've ever had in my life, and it's free. It's just an app, and it is a little bit of a learning curve to get used to, but if you're an artist, you should be able to do it. They've got templates too. It's like, oh, I need a TikTok video, click. Oh, and click on the video and replace it with, like, you search in the search thing, like, I want a video of someone swimming, and you search, and it will give you like all these options of 30-second, 2 minutes, whatever, and you click the one you want, and you overlay that onto your video that you already had of the song, and there you go, boom, and it makes your life a lot easier. You know what I mean? And again, just experiment. Maybe you don't like that idea. Maybe you want to do something else, but go look at other things like in Canva and see, because they have all the templates there with the words on it. It's like you just type your words into it, or use a blank one and make it from scratch. Add elements where like words, like put the words on there, lyrics on there, so people know what the words are, because that's a big thing. A lot of times people are at work, they can't listen to your thing. Now I know with music it's a little weird to not listen to it, but people may want to be able to see what the lyrics are to even know, like, should I save this for later to listen to it? And little things like that can make a big difference. And like putting the lyrics on the thing doesn't have to be difficult now, because they have AI that will translate like what you said into text for free, and just put it on there and have it like type, there's so many things. All right, so Songs of Starlight 2, you have a question about my life purpose. Currently on the right path. If not, what can I do to stay on my true life path? Okay, so let me do Manifestor real quick about love. About bad luck. About bad luck with money. Do I need to go for a new direction? I've been doing so much art, etc. My new project, will my luck change? And where is that deck? Okay, I guess I'll use this one. No, this one. I'm like, where? Like, I can't find it. It's right here, just underneath the little one that was blocking it. I'm seeing the feminine spirit right here too, which is about being receptive, nurturing, and intuitive. And yeah, look at that. Then the divine masculine is here, so I feel like you need to balance. You need to collaborate your divine feminine and divine masculine energy. Okay, you got to get honoring your sacred masculine power with clarity and confidence, paired up with that receptivity and that nurturing energy, is what's going to help you to collaborate and to do what you need to do to manifest change. Yeah, Fae spirit too. So work with the Fae, call in the Fae, like burn an incense for the Fae. Offer them like a piece of fruit. Get some glitter to give to them. Like, you're always creating art, make a piece of art in honor of the Fae, or in honor of a god or a goddess, or in honor of an archetype, or in honor of your ancestors. Like working with the universe, creating Ani with the universe, doing manifestation things with the universe is going to help you to be like the best earth keeper that you can be, with the right resources that you need, so that you can make the right choices and help keep the earth and help be inspired and creative in what you're meant to be doing here. And intuitively, you have everything you need. So you need to become the magician and recognize that. Like, stop looking at others and thinking that they must know and I don't. Like, start living in that vibration of the universe is in conspiring with me. And the answer is always yes. And the answer is always like I'm letting go of the burdens, and I'm making the right choices. I'm working with the right people. The answer is always yes. Everything is working out for me. Everything is good for me. Even in the duality, I needed it to see it, you know, like if I didn't have the bad luck, I wouldn't know what good luck is. So just know that you're on the flow. And maybe right now things aren't the best, but they have to go back up. What goes down must return up. And so go steady now, okay? And I feel like there's a lover's quarrel going on within you. It's like you're trying to be two things at once, like in a contrasting way instead of like harmonizing it. So if you can harmonize it, it's gonna help you to be the chameleon that you need to become abundant with the good vibes and the nirvana. And I feel like ignorance is bliss, where it's like you've just been ignoring that these polar opposites exist inside of you, and you need to submerge into the fucking differences so that you can harmonize the differences, because otherwise you're burning yourself out. Otherwise you're like victimized, and you need to embrace these two parts of yourself. You need to also embrace the shadow parts of yourself, the stifled parts of yourself. And with no means no, it's like I said, yes and no. You need to know that those both exist in order for either one of them to matter. I gotta get my thing, it's dying. All right. So, yeah, you need to balance your masculine and feminine energy. All right, balance in masculine and feminine. Automatic writing too. I feel like there's messages within your writing that's going to help you to understand things. You have agreed to return to Earth. You're an ascended master, man. Like, all the answers are all up in your brain, but you just, get caught up in the gossip down here in the 3D world. You get caught up in the bullshit down here, and you're a free spirit, but there's many temptations out here that are fucking you up. Stop letting them fuck you up. Stop letting them deter you. Stop letting it become dormant. Just chalk it up to I was making the wrong decisions or believing the wrong lies, and now I'm committed to coming out of that time of isolated like burnout, and I'm transparent, and I'm like, I may be in limbo, but it's an experience that I needed to experience to know the opposite, so I can get into the masculine, so I can be in the feminine, so I can chameleon into those energies, like have the energy to get it done and to do it, to pursue it and to protect it and to provide for it, right? But also be receptive and nurturing and loving and kind to myself too, so that like if I am burning out, I take the fucking day off and I don't push myself to my own demise. I don't let fear run my show. I don't let fear break my heart. I don't let fear become my belief system, because if I'm fucking sitting around in fear, I could just chalk it up that nothing is ever going to change because I'm letting fear determine the outcome. So if I want to be happy, I've got to work hard on shifting my heart and feeling this new start and committing to the right projects and committing to the right place inside of me. So like, should I do something different? What you should be doing different is the approach to like what you're believing about what you're doing. Like questioning it is going against it. Feeling that I'm having bad luck is creating bad luck. If you can instead get grounded into the moment and meditate with peace in your heart and joy in your soul, and know that like it's balancing out, good things are coming, you will harmonize and find your victory. You'll have your celebration. You'll have the happy, joy, good foundation, 6 of Wands celebration, emotional motivation to make the right decisions that aren't motivated out of fear or anxiety or block me from anything that I would like. So you can do whatever you like to do. What do you like to do? Keep doing it, believing in it. But like if it's not going anywhere right now, and you know that like I've been working with these beliefs, but like it's going to take a little while, then maybe have an approach to like, let me get like a 3D mundane thing that I'm doing that's giving me a little bit of stability so that I can breathe, so that I can have time to create without being like, I've got to create this art and sell it, because that's going to be the wrong vibration to put into your art. If you're making something in that's why like when I record a video to sell like a crystal, like I got to be in the right energy to do it, or nobody's going to buy it. I've got to be in the right energy to do readings, or nobody's going to resonate. You've got to be in the right energy to receive the good luck, and you got to believe that you're lucky to believe, to have the good luck. So work on that. And if in the meantime, like your basic needs like food and survival would be better suited to have like something that's like just like even a part-time, like a cashier somewhere for a little bit, take whatever. Like I love doing Uber because it was on my own terms. The only reason I'm not doing it now is because the car is literally like a piece of shit and it's dying. So I don't want it I don't want it to die, and it's like, I don't want to take it out there and just destroy it. But yeah, like, don't give up on good things happening, but just start flowing into the right direction, in the right emotion, so that you're not eternally waiting for something that won't come, by being in the vibration that you know needs to transmute and transform. So you don't necessarily need to change your approach to what you're doing. You need to change your approach to what you're feeling about how you are and who you are and what you're doing. All right. All right, I have a question about, I have a question about my life purpose, and am I currently on the right path? If not, what can I do to stay on my true life path to make my dream life come true? Love and all the things. Okay. My shorts do well, although my new project, we had over 1,500 views in a month, and the last one has over 150, and it's over 20 minutes long. Awesome sauce. Good job. And again, short, like, mix it up. Short form, long form. There's an audience for everything. So don't ever let that make you be like, oh, nobody's like, there, it just depends. Like, YouTube's a long form content place. Podcasts are long form content place. Instagram is short form. Instagram is high paced. Facebook is like the elder generation. It's like your grandparents and your mom's on there, and it's like they just want to see pictures and, like, whatever. And then in the groups is a good place to go, because everybody's like segregated into their little groups on Facebook. So it's like, if I'm in a musician group, I can share my music there. If I'm in an art group, I can share my art there. If I'm in an epoxy group, I'll share my epoxy there. If I'm in the twin flame group, I'll share twin flame things there that are relative, to get the right audience to connect with my things. And then on TikTok is all under 10 minutes or live. Go live. Do performances live. Do, like, there's people are on there doing the dumbest fucking shit, making tons of money doing the dumbest. There's literally people taking a picture of themselves sleeping, or like a looped video of them sleeping, and they leave that live for like hours and hours and hours and hours, and people are all in there sending it fucking gifts, which is money. You don't even need to be the person sleeping on the video. You could just have a picture of someone sleeping, looping for fucking 8 hours, making money on TikTok right now. Literally. So, yeah, there's plenty of ways to do things out there. Short, long, whatever, infinite sleep. It's just a vibration. Readings are doing really good on there. That's why I was going to do it. I just haven't done it yet. So it's that ADHD. I haven't done it yet. So I know that I got to be like, okay, guys, I'm live. I'm doing $10 readings. Here's my Cash App. Here's my PayPal link. Here's my this. And then I got to be able to watch to make sure that when they pay me, I could do their reading for them. But there's people on there literally pretending to be AI robots. Like, when you send them a gift, they react to the gift that you sent, like, oh, lollipop, oh, a lollipop, oh, a lollipop, oh, a rose, thank you, oh, a rose, thank you. And that's all they do. And they're making money every time they get a rose or a lollipop or whatever the fuck it is, and each one has its own denomination. Yeah, and then there's people on there doing fucking chit chats about whether or not abortion should or shouldn't happen, and people are making money to do it. So I don't want to hear anybody tell me that they can't make money online, because there's some people out there making money doing some fucking ridiculous ass shit. So let me get to her question. And I just got the devil twice here with the 9 of Wands. So I feel like the fact of you being like, am I on my life purpose right now? Am I on my mission? Is telling you something inside of you is like, no, like, I'm not. Like, if I was, then I wouldn't be asking. You know what I mean? I would know, and I would go, and I would be happy, and I would be like, this is definitely where I'm supposed to be. But if we're not sure, then there's something that's off. That doesn't mean that everything is off. And I am a believer that you're always exactly where you're meant to be, even if you're not really necessarily on your purpose or your path or whatever. I believe it's subjective, and it depends. So it's like, something inside of you is like, I'm not really fulfilled here. If I was fucking fulfilled here and everything was wonderful, then I wouldn't be asking, because I would just know and I would feel that. But because I'm not feeling that, it's like I feel that sense. So doesn't matter that you're not necessarily on it. It's just that you are aware now. Like, okay, like, something needs to shift. So don't give up on that. And with the Innocence of Cups, I feel like you are still where you're meant to be, because you're meant to go through life, to experience the ups and the downs, the good and the bad, the back and the forth, like the light and the dark and all of that shit, so that you know what you like to do. Because a lot of us don't know. How can we get creative and inspired and like go live some life doing something every day for the rest of our lives if we don't fucking explore and try some things first to do? So don't look at yourself as like, oh, I gotta hurry up and figure it out. Oh, why? What should I be doing? Why aren't I there yet? And don't let it get caught up in like this either. A lot of people get blinded by like, oh, I should be settled down and having babies, especially women. That may not be what you're meant to be doing. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying just this. Like whatever it is that's like up here, that's like, oh, this is what I believe my mission and purpose, like, or this is what I believe would be my ultimate, like, and get clear too. Like if you're not feeling aligned to your ultimate timeline, what does your ultimate timeline look like to you? You know, are you married? Do you have kids? Are you like working? What are you doing? You know what I mean? And don't let anybody else tell you what that should or shouldn't be, but just know that like there may be something that you're believing is supposed to be happening somewhere with somebody at some time, or should have, could have, would have, that's blocking you from the ultimate timeline because it's a false belief or it's a false like perspective about something. And I feel like yeah, you're like deceiving yourself around something, and you need to get into the attitude of gratitude for everything that's happening in your world right now, because those are lessons that bring blessings, okay? And your home is in the stars, so you're here as a starseed, which is never easy for any of us, but you've got to affirm and take back your power and your tranquility. And it says, take your time, slow down. There's no rush. There's no rush to get married, or to be like in a fine, like big spot in a career, or to be a parent, or to be a high school graduate, or you know what I mean? It doesn't matter what it is. We don't need to rush. We don't need to be on everybody else's timeline. Like there's people out there that don't have kids until they're like 50, 60. There's famous people who don't become famous till they're 50, 60. Like there's some people who don't do anything until they're 80. Like we don't need to, you know, feel a certain way about who we are, where we are in this moment. But you are a healer. You are here to heal yourself and heal others. You are here to reach the solid foundation and move on from the time of maybe not feeling so aligned or fulfilled. They're also saying go outside and step outside of your comfort zone too. Like you need to, whatever's withered and dead needs to go. Okay, you need to recognize the true friends that you have around you that want to support you, and have healthy boundaries with people who use you or will, you know, do that to you. So remember who the fuck you are and where you came from, so that you can move on from the things that are not serving you, that are slowing you down, so that you can create the reality of your dreams. Okay, so go within and ask yourself some questions like, what is my ultimate timeline? Because I'm the naked heart here. I'm the one that's a creator here. Like, I'm not going to be in alignment with my mission and purpose until I believe I'm in alignment with my mission and purpose. And if I don't believe that because what I'm feeling isn't aligned, like I'm not feeling like I am, then I'm in a karmic loop of some sort where I need to get creative and shifting so I can be happy. So, you know, ask yourself, what's going to make me happy? And just split it again and got it again. Start taking actions to make yourself happy. Start moving slowly. You don't have to be there overnight, but take the leap of faith in getting that clarity, like asking yourself those questions, and then, you know, inventory your life and cut out the motherfuckers that shouldn't be there, or the ideas that shouldn't be there, the things that are not emotionally fulfilling you, the people that have, you know, left you questioning yourself, or the work that's just like, I'm not really feeling this or vibing with it. Find the strength to break free from the expectations of everybody else and to fulfill your own and create your own that will make you happy. And yeah, and again, with love too, don't listen to the bullshit out there. Like, I feel like there's like dirty laundry and stuff that we hear from others all the time. We're always seeing the bad, toxic stuff in this world. Like, so and so cheated, and so did this, and all men, and all women, and there's just a negative thing like everywhere on this planet, and it's like, it's toxic, it's not good, right? It's like everybody's always like getting hurt by their friends, people are always living in regrets, people are always talking shit. It's like no matter what you do, somebody's hating on you. So it's just, we're here for experience, and I feel like just chalk all of it up and get submerged into being the transparent part of yourself that isn't gonna be like you're not going to fall into the illusions of what other people have afflicted into the world of like, this is what this is. Like, this is what's cool, and this is what you should do, and this is how you should look, and this is how you should sound, or this is like what you should eat, or who gives a fuck what anybody else thinks. And again, with like the lovers and stuff, I feel like there's some taboo things in the way that you maybe perceiving love, or the way that like you would have hoped that love would manifest in your life. So you need to read between the lines of how you've been afflicted by the subconscious, and how you've been afflicted by the programming, and how you've been afflicted by like even just like what you've seen in this world. You know what I mean? Like, everybody has their isolated individual way that they look at this world. Like, you and your sister will watch your parents growing up in the same house, but your sister and you will have totally different like ideas about them, most likely. You know what I mean? Like, I see this with my sisters, like how they grew up. Like, one was a mom kid and one was a dad kid, and how they grew up is totally different. How they behaved with them is totally different. So how they perceive them is totally different. And that's how it is for all of us with everything. No two people are going to watch a movie the same. No two people are going to see the cloud the same. No two people are going to experience a breath of air the same. No two people are ever going to, you're always going to be isolated in your experiences. So try to like come out of the closet of believing the other things of other people's ideas, or letting the other people's gossiping and bullshit and perspectives and like projections to keep you in a place of feeling like maybe I'm not good enough, or maybe I'm not there yet, or I don't know yet. Don't let it isolate you into a place that doesn't feel good, okay? And if you truly inventory and you're like, I really don't feel good here, ask yourself why you've got there. What beliefs are keeping you there? Who's influenced that into you? Like, how can I clear that out of me? And look at how far I've come, and look at all I've overcame in my life, and how I'm healing myself, and how I'm healing, being a prisoner on this planet, how I'm sparking my passion into myself, how I'm finding that lover of my life, how I'm doing what I need to do to create the reality of my dreams. And I feel like there's been abuse, which we've all been abused just by being on this planet, okay? Like, people are depressed and miserable because the planet's pretty messed up, if you haven't noticed, okay? So these are illusions and things that have been around us that like make us feel like there's something wrong with us. Like, I shouldn't be depressed. I need a pill. No, we don't need a world that's running in this way that makes everybody sick and unhappy and sad and unable to survive, or like not be able to be treated with respect, and to be just suffering and pain all the time, and then to feel even worse about it because you're having a reaction to the chaos on this planet that's like just toxic. But you have the free will. You get to make all of your decisions. So come from love for yourself and others, and try not to get wrapped up in the chaos that's out there in the world, so that cycle can close and a new one can begin, where you're not getting deceived by yourself or others, and you're vulnerable and you're expressive with yourself for this new emotional beginning that will lead you to your 10 of Pentacles, to your ultimate fulfillment, to your Wheel of Fortune dreams coming true, and taking that next level commitment to like, everything's good, okay? I've seen how it can help on TikTok to shorten a song to 2 or 3. Yes, it definitely does. A lot of times they'll say too, like when you are speaking on camera, like if I pre-record something, taking like the breaths out, taking out like any pauses, literally keeps the retention rate longer, because people will click off. Or even on YouTube, like if I'm like, that's when they're going to put an ad. If I let them do the mid-roll ads, they're going to put an ad there. So you just lost half your audience because people can't, okay? ADHD is like a pandemic across this planet now by design. That's why they call them shorts. That's why they call them like they're rails. They're railing you in. Oh, the dopamine, 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 dopamine. Okay? No. We need to be the observer of this and use it to our best. And then, like, when we are sharing stuff that's entertaining, educational, or whatever, mix some of our, it should be 70-30. Like, 70% is me entertaining you, 70% is me educating you, 70% is, whatever the thing is that we're showing them that they like. And then 30% is like, hey, if you want more of this, or if you want to purchase something, or if you want a service from me, or if you want a product of mine, or if you want to download this song, that's the other. So like at the end of that short video, or that those 10 like a carousel post on Instagram, the 10th picture should be you and like who you are and where they can find your information, and like learning these things too. Like I follow a bunch of accounts on Instagram that teach me how to utilize Instagram. I go onto the things on TikTok that teach me about TikTok. I go onto the things on, you know what I mean? I listen to webinars. I go to other people's things. I learn, and things are always changing. Like the algorithm just changed the other day for fucking Instagram again. So now that, like, it used to be saves were like the best thing for your content to get seen by more. Now it's retention. How long are people watching? So people are making 8-second rails that loop that they have a huge description on because they know that if they call to action and hook them with like these 10 things are killing your fucking, you know, whatever, like these 5 things are making it so that your videos aren't seen, okay? And then in the thing, it's like they have a big description of like 1, you have no call to action. 2, you're not hooking people in. 3, you're not using trending audio. 4, ba-ba-ba-da-boop-a-da-boop, right? And like you're reading all of this, and that 8-second thing is. So how can I use that? I do a couple like a picture, 8-second long picture of a fucking card, and then I do a big long reading about the twin flames, and people are reading that. How can you use that? Get creative about it. But those are the things that they're literally doing right now. So true. I create from my pain. I write a whole song and release it, and then worry for a minute about how specific people might react. I think, see, and I know that because, like, writing a poem, doing a reading, like, sometimes when I do a reading, I get the little, so-and-so is going to think this, or so-and-so might feel that you're, and I'm like, wait a minute, I got to fucking clarify, like, this is it for, because everybody takes everything fucking personal. And it's like, well, if the shoe fits, sorry. You know what I mean? I've gotten to that point now where it's like, because there was times in the past that I didn't post stuff, or I would wait to post stuff for it to be like, you know what I mean? Depending on what was going on in my world, but it's like the energies that are going on in my world are going on in everybody else's world. The pain that you've experienced, other people have experienced. Use that to get those people to connect with you. And don't worry what other people are thinking is the best thing. Because like authentic, vulnerable expression, like art is what speaks to people. And being like if a reader or a healer, like if I'm not telling you guys authentically what's going on in the energies or how I'm feeling or like what's manifesting in the world, then I'm not being a good healer, reader, or guide or mentor or anything. So it's a fine line, you know. And then I like to maintain privacy and whatever with people, but it's also like I know I can't help what I know either, but I know at certain points with certain, like I've reached out to people after I've posted readings and been like, yo, if you hear that, I am not talking about. I've even like gone into detail to tell them what I was talking about so that they were like, oh, it's not me. But I try not to do that shit anymore because it's just exhausting. It's like if you're a fucking asshole and you resonate with a part of the thing thinking that you're an asshole, then stop being an asshole. Like, you know? I write a whole, okay, I think some of it might be fake. He told me he liked her. I made up a whole story about this other guy. Oh my God. And, asked how I should make the first move. Then yesterday he said he started loving her. Dude, what the fuck? You deserve this. You cannot play games with people like this and expect healthy to come out of it, okay? And the fact that you're getting, and this is like what happened at work, right? When people are at work, they're all being, and you would come and be like, right? And you were doing what they were doing. Not to me. You weren't like yelling at me about whatever. But you're not in a good place when you come to talk about the assholes at work. You're like, what the fuck is wrong with me? And it's like you're getting sucked into that negativity. So now this guy's here and he's doing whatever he's doing, right? And he's playing little games with you. Now you're playing them back. So who do you think you're going to attract when you're playing these games like that? Don't be surprised, man, that like this is happening because like you're going down to that level and you're beyond that. Be beyond that. Don't do that. That's not going to attract good people. You're planning an exercise. So like, don't do that, man. I get it because I know you're young, and it's like when you're young, it's like you're young, dumb, full of cum, having fun, whatever. But if you're looking for something serious, long term, healthy, that's positive, that you're not sitting here like, does this guy like me back? Is this other person real or not? And then let's do the tit for tat thing. You don't want to go into that. It's just drama. It's like you got to find something to do with yourself that fills you up and gives you something happy and like good to focus on. I talked about this the other day. Like sometimes we get used to like negative attention and it feels better than no attention. So we engage with these negative things that we know aren't good for us, they're not serving us. Don't do it if you want somebody better to show up. We can't go on a date anyway. 6 to 7 hours away isn't that far. You could go on a date, but you shouldn't because he's obviously not a healthy person. He seemed too good to be true. See, that's the love bombing bullshit. So ditch him and be in a good vibration so that you don't attract another him in. If you stoop to that level of playing those games with him, you're going to attract another him in. Yep, gotta be productive. I'm at a new job. The work is okay, but the environment sucks. It's Seven of Swords energy. I'm sorry. However, I'm getting a check, so when something better comes along, I'm out. Awesome sauce. Yes, look at the positive. Thank you. Yes, you hit the nail on the head. I am like that, like, oh no, but I really like seeing this person, and I have felt that. I know. And it's just what we do. It's empaths do that too a lot. I have to use Canva more. It's versatile. I love Canva. Canva is like my best friend. You're welcome, Songs of Starlight. Hello, hello, hello. I love the live ocean cams on TikTok. I don't know what that is, but I've seen the things where they have like a big cauldron of like bubbles and stuff, and it's like they have like a big spoon and it's like ASMR. I've thought about doing ASMR stuff because I know like I have the voice, like people are always like, oh, the voice, the voice, the voice. Like I know I could do tons of like and like click in, and I got tons of shit, man. I got so many stuff. I could do the with like glowy lights and crap, glitter. I got everything, literally. Like I was thinking about starting another TikTok account that's like anonymous, that nobody knows who it is, and just doing things like that that's faceless, because you don't have to be like on your game that day to do some of that shit. There's so much stuff out there, like faceless things that people can do, like things that you get the full resale things of somebody else's stuff that's like literally you're just finding more people to go to and you get paid for it. It's there's so many ways to make money out there, but it's like it's hard. There's a lot of distractions too. So if you have ADHD, you gotta be like, no, I need to zone in and do this thing that I'm good at. Those people aren't even half talented. No. I'm in a temporary position, but I feel I will get over this somehow. Okay. Can I get a divine masculine message from the person I'm connected to energetically? He could be my twin flame. Thank you. Okay. Thank you for your donation. Let's see. I got my Journey of Love, my Journey of Love 2 here. We've got, please don't give up on me, abandoned. Now, the fact that you had just said, like, he could be, maybe, possibly, I feel like is kind of like this, like, are you, like, again, like, am I in the right place? You know what I mean? Like, is this my twin flame? He could be. Like, if you want destiny and forever, if you feel lost without someone, even if he isn't, don't put that projection. Like, if that's what you truly feel and that's how you feel about this person, then let him be that for you for this time, and then you can figure it out later that maybe he's not. But you're never gonna figure it out going into it with like, well, maybe he isn't or maybe he is, he might not be. Same thing with like, am I in my purpose or am I in, you know what I mean? I know, like, you can't, how do you ask a question to me without asking a question? But just think about the energy around the question, like, in again, that same thing, like, take that inventory of how do you truly feel about him. Do you believe he is? And if you do, then just let that be, and let that be unbridled. Set your spirit free so that he can become vulnerable and express everything to you, because I feel like you're holding that up by not knowing for sure. Like, if you're like, I'm not sure if he really is, he's not going to mirror that back to you and be sure in it either. So clarity will finally see, you'll finally be like, oh my god, I don't have to dance alone. I don't have to feel like I screwed it up. You know, I feel like you have made him feel things he's never felt before, and both of you are confused by that. Okay? And he's like, please don't give up. I do want to make it all up to you. I want to be consistent with you, but I'm afraid to tell you, and I think you're afraid to even admit fully that, like, he is, or at least to other people. You may admit it to yourself, but usually if you're telling me, like, I don't know, he might be, he may not be, there's something inside of you that's doubtful about it too. Or you're doubtful of like what I'm gonna think about it, and even if that's the case, that's still a subconscious thing that's being projected that she might not think he is. So I don't want to say that he is for sure. And again, you may not think all of this while you're typing the question, but all of those layers exist within our consciousness, and they telepathically connect to you, can hear you, can feel you. So whatever you're expressing energetically, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, typically like typing, it will be put into the energies around you. He needs you to tell him what to do by you knowing what you want from him, by you knowing what you want from you, by you knowing how this makes you feel, by you honoring it and speaking it to, this is my twin flame. Like, don't come to me and say, he might be, he might not be, and then expect to feel that he is, or expect for him to feel that he is. You know what I mean? And it's hard because we have doubts embedded into us all the time. Nobody can determine anything for us except for us, though. So he's like, I keep telling myself it's not over. I wanted the moment I saw you. You set something free in him. Your humor got him sooner. He loves that you can always laugh him. He is nervous around you, and I feel like you are nervous too. And I'm getting that vulnerable nervousness with you too. Everything about you is perfect to him. But yeah, you just got to focus on getting really clear about what you believe to be the truth for you about everything in your life. You know what I mean? Like, who is the one that I truly am meant to be with? And if there's a lot of doubt around somebody, then they're probably not. You know what I mean? Like, unless the doubt is shrouded under a bunch of fear, then let's dig through the fears and find out why they're there. And then when we get underneath the fear, we can be like, oh wow, like they do love me. I do love them. They do bring out like the better parts of me. They do make me think about things I've never thought about. They do make me feel like something I've never felt. Like usually these are indicators that like this person's different. Now it doesn't necessarily mean that they're the best different, but they could still be even with the bad things, because we all have karma. So what we give, we get. And when we go through those judgments, we get more clarity, we get more creative in how we get to our Four of Wands. And that requires boundaries and ego deaths and aligning with the universe, stepping into the power of our Empress energy, working hard on ourselves to end the old cycles of the bullshits. And so a new beginning can start. Communication can be clear without any anxiety. So yeah, make that judgment call for yourself to be like, I'm just going to step into this new timeline right now where I am 100% aligned energetically for my new beginning of passion and desire and beauty and good vibes and good things. I'm not going to look at life anymore from an outside standard. I'm going to live it. I'm going to be it. I'm going to speak it. I'm going to think it. I'm going to commit to it fully so that it can commit back to me. So I'm going to commit that this is, like, if I'm still thinking about this guy, like, maybe you're afraid to feel desperate about it because it's been so long and I don't know and we haven't really talked. Like, you don't want to look foolish or whatever, but that's still your choice. If you let it be that, then that's the choice that you make it about it. But instead, you could be like, I'm just choosing to admit that, like, out of all the people I dated, they're the one that was, like, the most aligned, you know what I mean? Without overindulging into a place of toxicity where it's like, oh, like, I'm just, painting a rose-colored glasses over somebody that I really deep down know is not. That I really deep down know is just going to leave me isolated. Or maybe there's a defense mechanism of myself that, like, if I'm hung up on you, I'm not going to get hurt by anybody else because you're not engaging back with me right now. So it's like safety mechanism. Like, you're not showing up and I'm not ready to be with anybody else. So I'll just keep focusing on you while you're not showing up is sometimes what we do. Okay? So again, you have that free spirit inside of you to make these decisions. You've got to get honest with yourself and go do the deep work into these taboo ideas of, like, maybe that is what I'm doing. Maybe I'm just isolating myself to protect myself because subconsciously dating is scary to me. Or subconsciously I'm afflicted with some idea that nobody else is ever going to be, like, able to be whatever. Like, I have too many differences with everybody else. Like, they're never going to be, like, the one I want. Okay? So, like, you've got to get into the answer is yes within yourself and start expressing your truth and figuring out what that truth is, okay? And thank you for being you, my light in the dark. I can't wait. So I feel like this person's, like, waiting for you to do this. This person's waiting for you to make these decisions, to have nirvana in your life, and to not worry about anybody else's fucking judgment on this stuff. Don't get caught up in the illusions on this stuff. Don't get caught up in the games that we play with ourselves. Just focus on what's coming in and what you're giving out, and is it leading you here? Is it what you feel like will make you happy? What have you observed in this world that you know you really like to do? Who have you observed that you really like to be with? And then honor that, own that, speak on that, be that empress, and work hard on that, manifesting, and all of the things will start to come But sometimes you just have to look at it in a new perspective. And I just noticed my labradorite heart fell over there. So you may need to protect your heart too, you know, like in the way that you, how you feel, you know, like be the magician with your heart, protect your heart, transmute whatever bad shit happened. Like, can we kiss and make up? You know, maybe you feel betrayed. So it's like, I don't know if he really is because he betrayed me. People can betray us and still be our twin flame. People can hurt us and still be our twin flame. Like, did you hurt yourself? Have you betrayed yourself? Then your twin flame will probably do those things too because they're your mirror, okay? So we don't want to demonize everybody for ever having a bad behavior, but if everything out of them is consistently bad behavior and it never improves and we don't get anywhere and it's just getting worse, then that may be a karmic. But if I've improved since knowing this person, and I can feel this person, and I admire this person, I wish for a fresh start with this person, and I have past life memory with this person, I just want loyal companionship with this person, I just want that person back in my life, and I love them, then I've got to honor that fully. And this person can feel you inside them, and it drives them insane. They're feeling that magnetism, and they do have denial about it being over, but they're sure that this was all meant to be. So they're sure this was all meant to be. Mirror that back so that they can come home soon, because they do regret letting you go, and you're going to be amazed, okay? You're going to be shocked. He is mad at himself for whatever's happened, and I feel like you are too in some way. Like you may not be mad at yourself, but you're like frustrated with where things are at right now. Like, I don't really know if I'm doing the right things. So you are special, unique, beautiful, one of a kind. Become receptive on this journey of relocating into the beauty, the untamed spirit, where there's this tranquil, like everything's good, okay? And it's literally just a matter of decisions to manifest and transmute. You know, again, we need to do the work for the work to manifest. But this is the awakening, the new beginning for you to get there. So like what I mean is like if I know I gotta heal like a certain belief or whatever, then I do the shadow work. If I know I need to make money, then I gotta like post something out there so people know that I'm offering something. If I wanna like communicate with somebody or change my luck, I need to communicate within myself and change the narrative that I'm telling myself or the energy that I'm emitting or the beliefs that I'm believing, whether it's consciously or unconsciously. That's what's going to change my luck. And I got to get committed to that. Four of Swords, healing, meditating, going within so that I don't get caught up in the distractions out here and I can be elegant and poised and beautiful on this crossroads that I'm at. I can let my defenses down. I don't have to be like, oh, I don't have to feel rejected. I don't have to feel like I did something wrong. I don't have to be false. I don't have to hide my narrative. I don't have to be deceptive to myself because I want harmony and balance and good things, and I'm strong enough to have that, and I'm going to let the devil go. I'm going to show my pure naked heart to this world and become the magician in what I do, okay? I'm going to transmute and have faith, unity, wholeness in my world, okay? So become stable and solid in that foundation. Once again, invest in your foundation and then be open and nurturing and receptive for it to come in, okay? All right. Thank you. You're welcome. Let's see. All right. Glittery Goddess. Any message from Spirit? Okay. Thank you. Hello, hello, hello. Do it, ASMR. You have the voice for it. Thank you. Now that I got the microphone, maybe I will. You're welcome. I don't want to put expectation on anyone for sure. Well, I felt we got along well. I know I have to live my life, though. So, yeah, I understand. These messages are beautiful. Thank you. You are welcome. That is a gorgeous... I know. I got so many nice Labradorites. I'm addicted to them. Yeah, and we're all figuring it out as we go. So this one's her Glittery Goddess. Thank you very much, Glittery Goddess. And she's just... Any messages from Spirit? All right. So I've got the Naked Heart with the Ten of Swords that I see here, and the Eight of Swords, man. I feel like there was a painful ending, or something that's it's the ending of the pain. It's the ending of the fear. It's the and again, this is like recurring messages tonight, guys. So the Naked Heart is like trusting that the universe has got your back, and that anything you're doing or feeling or whatever you've like done, it's all just wherever. Okay, we're just doing what we need to do, to learn, to grow, to heal. so that we don't juggle our own value and worth, so that we don't get caught up in the wrong things forevermore, so that we don't keep attracting the same patterns or behaviors or the same people like in different bodies, you know what I mean? Because that's just what happens if we don't put up the boundaries, or we don't change the beliefs, or we don't change the behaviors. Like, if I want to lose weight, but I keep eating all the same things, doing all the same things every single day, then I know that that's never going to happen. Like, okay, if I want to save money, I can't keep spending all the ways that I had been spending where I wasn't saving. So it's the same thing in anything in our lives. What seeds are we planting in our world? You know, and are we giving up on, like, I feel like you don't want to give up on the goodness. You do want to plant the right seeds of potential to have that emotional fulfillment, but it requires walking away from things that have been torn down. It's like, okay, that tower, like you've been looking in the rumble of the tower for too long, trying to like put it back together or to save things, and it's like it's just a loss. And anything on this planet that is physical, it's just a thing. It may have meaning to you. You know what I mean? Even people, they may have meaning to you, but they're just another thing. The only thing you're going to leave here with is your soul. The only thing you're going to leave here with is your essence, who you were. Who were you when you were here? Were you a shell of yourself, or were you a full self? Were you living for others, or were you living for you? Were you wrapped up in the fucking external fancy this and fancy that? Or were you radiating from within the beauty that's just magnetically attracting everything to you with the right partnerships and the joy and the happiness that we all want? But it takes work, because many of us have been brokenhearted. Many of us have been, hit by the universe. We've been struck by, love that broke us. We've been struck by new starts that ended horribly and tragically and toxically. But the wheel of fortune is spinning in your favor at this time, and you're innocent in all of this. It's like you're just here for the ride, so it's time to ride out of the dark. It's time to ride into your heart, into what you truly love, and without feeling rejected or sad or like that you're missing out on anything, or I wish I could, or shoulda, woulda, like looking at the past and thinking things were better, or looking at the future and wondering what if we never get this or never have that. And that's what creates those experiences, is like, oh, I'm so afraid I'm not gonna do boop, so we never do, because we're so afraid of it, we manifest it. But if instead we can trust that, like, we're not going to be rejected, that we're going to find the right thing, that we're going to walk away from the bullshit. Like, we had to learn, we had to go through the boop boop to go to the we had to have the oppositions in our world. So illusion, stop lying to yourself, trust your intuition. Whatever's going on around you, you've got to release your addiction to it, okay? And it doesn't mean, like, it could be drugs, it could be alcohol, it could be beliefs, it could be men, it could be a behavior, it could be TV, it could be watching rails, it could be anything, really. It could be anything, but it's an illusion, because you, at the end of the day, are an inspiration. You are strong enough to find your tranquility. You are strong enough to use your free will to make the decision at any given moment to have the ending of something. Like, I'm no longer going to be this version of me. I know, because I've done it with many different things. And it's like, you're here. You're at that evolution time. So believe in that. Know that, like, it's time to face the triggers. And again, I'm getting the sense of, like, being at the rumble, like, at the rubble of all of what fell in your life. Of all the things that tore down, the bad relationships, the bad people, the bad experiences, the bad jobs, the bad days, whatever it was. And it's like you're there trying to piece things back together, or like retrieve something that was lost in the, okay? But the memories are in there, and it's like you're so busy like trying to like put things back together. I feel like they want you to start planting the seeds to go forward with a new growth, with a new perspective, with a new energy, with a new ability to face the triggers, because as you go, you're going to see things grow that remind you of things that have happened. You're going to see things that pop up, or meet people that pop up that remind you of people that were lost. And that's just part of life. There's going to be those days that are lessons. But it says there's a hidden lesson in all of this. And when you find that inner peace, you won't get rocked by those things as much anymore. Like, when those triggers hit, they become less triggering each time they hit, as long as we look at them, work with them, and don't try to escape them. We don't drink it away. We don't book it away. We don't eat it away. We don't run away. We face it. We heal it. We overcome it. And it doesn't go overnight. It's slow. But we can come out of this place of feeling like we've lost something, or that we're missing something, or that we're doing this all alone, because it's so untrue. You're surrounded by legions of light. You're surrounded by life and energy all around you all the time. There's so much going on. but there's so many distractions going on too that keep you from that. They keep you from your connection to the divine. They keep you from the connection to the earth. We're literally wearing rubber on our feet all the time, walking where we're not grounded. We're not connected. And this is why these towers keep falling, because we're here to change this, but we've got to open up and believe that we're here to change this. We've got to make that decision to move into a new direction. And I feel like you've been looking at people living their life, and you've been looking at people, and you've been looking at your own self and living your own world. And I feel like in some way there's like this detachment, or this like, there's just something that's like, it hasn't clicked yet. It's like something needs to click into place. And as soon as it does, everything's going to be like, boom, like you're just going to have like a big epiphany, and everything that is going to, like everything that seemingly have been lost is going to flow right back into your world, because it was never lost at all. It was just a perspective. You've been separating yourself from the reception of the things that you feel like you don't have, because you don't feel worthy of them, or you don't believe in, like there's something inside of you that's keeping you from the material harvest, which I feel like is connected to the emotional harvest, which is also connected to the spiritual harvest. So you need to go within to plant the seeds of abundance within you, to plant the seeds of love within you, to plant the seeds of abundance, like joy, wealth, health, all the positive things, by focusing inward all of the love that you've given to others, all of the like focus and time and energy and attention that you've given to other people. Give it back to yourself. Work hard on that so that you can attract all the resources and things, and come out of this energy of feeling like it's like it's like it's right there. It's like on the other side of the glass. It's like I want that thing, but I just can't seem to get it. It's a belief thing inside of you that's keeping you hermited from it, that you need to transmute through meditation, healing, subconscious reprogramming. Meditation will heal your broken pieces, whatever it is, whether it's physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. And you are a starseed. You're here for this purpose, because you can help others. And you also have memories from past lives, and memories from other lifetimes, and memories from being in the stars, and memories of things that were toxic and hard or whatever. But you're here to face those, to shift the beliefs that you're holding, and to take back your power with positive affirmations, and an attitude of gratitude will transform your paradigm. So try to get inside of yourself, and even be grateful for the abuse that you've been through. I know that sounds weird, but it's like, if I didn't go through that, I wouldn't be able to help other people that are going through it. I wouldn't be able to recognize the signs when someone's being abusive. I wouldn't be able to stand here in my strength today and say that I've done this, I've overcome. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like you've been cuffed up with people that were abusive in your life at different times to varied degrees, breadcrumbs and things that just weren't serving you. So you need to take back your power now with self-care and love for yourself, so that you can see how you're supposed to be truly treated and loved and honored in all the ways, so that someone else can come mirror that to you. But someone's been running from the truth too, so don't let that be like, I'm not worthy. Sometimes that happens to us, like someone runs from us and we're like, oh my god, I thought they really liked me, and I'm like, we make it mean something about ourselves when it's not. Okay, endings are really just new beginnings. And so remember who you are. Remember what you deserve. Shift the beliefs and know that this was meant to awaken you. These triggers were meant to awaken you, to take your power back, to move on in a new direction, so that you can have your wealth status windfall, so you can have the surprises, the big shifts, the big changes, so that you could cleanse and have the healing emotions, the luck, the abundance, the awesome sauce, the future predictions that you could be receptive to. But yeah, like this is the energy I was getting. Like the zombie is like, it's like, I'm not saying like you're a zombie, but it's almost like you feel like you're in a different, it's like you're in a box, like you're in a glass box. You can see everybody around you. You can see everybody living their best life. You can see everybody figuring things out, and you feel like, I just want to get on the other side of this box. And it's like a torment thing, and it's an illusion thing, and you just need to shift your perspective and realize that, like, you are the box. You are everything. You are all those people. You are yourself. You are within the box, outside of the box, around the box. You made the box. Everything about this world is you being reflected. So face the fears of whatever's inside of you, the demons inside of you that we all have. We all have lust, greed, and all these things up inside of us that are demons, and it's just human fucking whatever. But you can change this. You can be the magician. You can take that next level commitment to shift the perspective, to get the clarity, to speak in a new way, think in a new way, to manifest your 10 of Cups, to have your happily ever after, and to be calm, tranquil, and relaxed. but your perception needs to shift a little bit about the foresight, about the things, so that you can get the solutions, the wisdom, and the key to unlock that box that literally you created. You know what I mean? All right. So hopefully that served you guys. Hello. Doop boop 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 boop. I don't want to put it. Oh, boop boop. We got along well. I know I have to live my life though. You're welcome. Empty nest syndrome. Aw. These readings also resonated for me. Awesome sauce. Learning, let it put past go and just start creating. Yes, now I am getting better. The ganja. Yep. Trying to get my joy back. Empty nest syndrome is fucking hard. Spot on. Awesome. I'm glad it made sense. You're welcome, manifester. You fell asleep. Watch back. Awesome sauce. Thank you. Manifesting you coming to the UK for next year. Awesome sauce. You're going through the motions. Yeah. So like, break those motions, man. Break the box. Break the perception about that. And it doesn't have to. We don't have to feel like we have unrealistic delusions and stuff in that. Like, we imprison ourselves in these things. Like, we don't want to be egotistical, but it's like, dude, it's okay to be like, it's okay to be happy. It's okay to break out of the box. It's okay to create a new beginning. And it's okay to feel bad about what's happened or what we perceive to be lost and things like that. But we literally are the choice within that. We're the leader within that, you know, and it depends on how quick. Like, look to the future with like excitement about like, now I have more time, you know, like now I'm like this means that I'm moving into the next phase. I'm going to be wiser. I'm going to be stronger. I'm going to be healthier. I'm going to be beautiful. I'm going to be like becoming the version of myself that I'm meant to become, because we all go through these versions. It's like we got the maiden, the mother, and the crone, right? So like, there's times that I tap into my crone, and there's times that I tap into my maiden, and it's like I'm fucking mothering everybody all the time. But like, I feel like mothering yourself in this time is also going to be very beneficial for you. And then if you're really missing like the nurturing part of mothering others, I really feel like it should be more focused on self for a while. I feel like you've been leaving yourself out. It's just like you're in the box and you're mothering everybody outside of the box. Like, you should just fill up that box with some warm water and take a fucking bath and relax. And know that, like, you deserve this time to mother you and nurture you and love you, and to become more wise and become more connected to the earth, and to get outside and to feel the freedom of being alive, and like make a garden and do something with your time that feels exciting, and look forward to the future, what could be coming, like grandchildren, or like, you know what I mean? Because think about how great that will be. Like, oh wow, someone else's kids that I don't have to like change every diaper. I don't have to feed all the time, but I just get to spend time with them and then send them away. And you could even be like a person that helps other people with their kids, or go to like a animal place, or like, I find that when people don't feel they have a purpose or something to do with themselves that gives them a sense, even if it's just like, I put the fucking food on the table for tonight to help my family, if we don't have some sense of purpose, a lot of times we don't feel fulfilled or happy. So we need to make ourselves those purposes sometimes. And I know it's very hard for the empty nest of like, oh, I've been the mother and I've been taking care of everybody for fucking all these years, and now all of a sudden I'm just by myself. But that doesn't, it's like, now it's about your nest. It's all about you and how you want to go and enjoy this time, instead of looking at it as like, it's a fertile time, you know. But if you sit in that, it will be not a good time, you know. But that's a trick. That's a thief of your joy. You don't have to be locked up in there. And again, this like this energy of just like, I don't even know what to do. Like, find something that you like to do, and you know, spend time finding other people that you can connect with, that also, you know, are on that frequency. And that will be easy, because we always attract who we are, but we've got to go out there and look for them, you know. Like look in your area, go on meetups.com and look in your area for like a guided meditate. Like, I used to guide meditations around here all the time. There was yoga classes, there was like psychic, you know, mediumship practice, you know, events at night where like, or psychic fairs. Like, go to these places to meet people that are into what you're into, or go crafting, or go antiquing, or and you know, give yourself some sort of purpose. Like, I'm gonna take this thing that was, you know, thrown away and nobody liked it. I'm gonna make it beautiful. Maybe I'm gonna sell it. And it's when people approach things like that, where they're like, they're not doing it for the money, they're just doing it because they want to do it. Those are the things that take off. Because they're actually doing it with like, I like to do this. I'm having a good time. And then other people feel the good vibes of that and they want what you got. Okay? So, hopefully that assisted. Thank you, Bridget. It resonated. I will take the spirits and your advice. You're welcome. Awesome sauce. Haha. I just started Meet It 2 weeks ago. That's awesome. Yeah, I used to be on there when I did like the events around here. And I know it well because I used to add everybody else's events on it too for the place around here that I used to work at. And it just like popped into my head because I know it is hard, but Facebook has events too, like little meetups and things that people can go to. And just like keeping our eyes peeled. Or if there isn't one in our area, we can start one. And not get discouraged if like the first 2 or 3 or 4, there's not that many people that show up, because those things take time for word of mouth and all of that. But we can't get discouraged like when we try something and it's like, oh, it's not as what I expected on the first time. Or not even have expectations on it. Just be like, I'm just going to try this thing and see what happens. And now online, go fucking live on TikTok and talk. And people will pay you to talk on TikTok live. And literally, like, there's a lot of people doing that where it's like they're doing like there's like 2 people go in as like a thing or whatever, but there's some of them that are doing it with topics. Like, do you believe in abortion or don't you? And then like these people debate. So the ones that are for it and the ones that are against it, and people are making money at the same time because people are donating to one or the other. Like, oh, I'm on her side. No, I'm on her side. So you can do that too. And not in that like topic arena, just whatever you want to do. But like you can build a community. I saw there's a guy that's like, he's very, he's been through a lot and he's depressed and he takes tons of medications for his anxiety and depression and stuff. And now he's always on TikTok making tons of money, just hanging out there talking to the people that follow him that like the content that he makes, like just sitting there talking. They send gifts and stuff. So you can find your community online. You can find them in person. You can make money online just doing the most silly things that you could even imagine. I'm just like blown away a lot of the times when I see the shit that people are doing. I'm like, what? And I'm like, okay, I have no excuse because there's a lot of weird stuff. I just started group meditations, Zoom online. Awesome. So those things will help a lot. It looks like you do some ASMR. So get on a fucking TikTok ASMR. Do you do it on there? And ask for assistance too. Pray. Like, ask to receive, vibe at your highest quotient of light, say no to the things you don't want to receive and the people that you don't want to receive and the ideas that you don't really like. Be gentle with yourself. But ask for help and do like some rituals and stuff to bring in the abundance of the good things that you want to bring in. And if you're like afraid to love or afraid of something not working out right way, just keep affirming your power back, like fake it till you make it. Meditate, subconscious beliefs. Those subconscious beliefs are a little jerks sometimes. They come up with the most random shit. It's like, why did you choose to believe that of all things? Because that just screwed my whole world up. I know there's a delay on here, but yeah. Thank you guys very much for being here with me tonight. I believe I got everybody. Yes, I did. Okay. So, yeah. Thank you guys very much. I will be back on, I think it's the 29th. It is. I'll be back on the 29th at 9 p.m. for the full moon. And I already added the event for it. And I'll put the thing, because I added the thing back onto my website for like the full moon donation, the $5 thing for those rituals. So I will add that in the comment section of the live event that's like scheduled for the channel. And then I'll be back for this next month on the second Thursday of the month at 9 p.m. And I'm going to be doing lives on TikTok readings, like I said. Like, I go live and I have, like, it's going to be $10 for this amount through, like, and I'll be using Cash App, PayPal, and some other one that I have that I forgot about. You're welcome. Thank you. So I will be doing that soon. I'm going to experiment with the times on it because I know a lot of the people, like, if I post a video on TikTok at, like, 1 a.m., so many more people see it. So I may do some late night ones on there. But thank you guys very much. I will see you again soon. In Munay. Oh, and I got a lot of the activations and meditations for Alcyon Light Healing. They are rolling out, and I feel like more will be coming very quickly. All of them at the end now. Instead of blocking myself without being able to that was part of the problem, was like, oh, I've got to do this thing and this thing and this thing, so I wasn't recording them. Now I'm just putting them on the channel and letting people donate an energy exchange, either liking, commenting, subscribing, or donating the $5 for the activations to me. I'm, a couple people have donated. I'm very grateful, and I know some people are liking, some people are sharing, just keeping the energy exchange, but it's been blocking me. I haven't been doing them because of all the extra steps that go along with it. So I'm like, just do it. Just put it out there, and if it's meant to receive a donation, it will. So thank you guys. In Munay, namaste.